welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to walk through a story, a fictional saga really, about a lightning-fast rise and an absolutely brutal fall through the ranks of a secret society that's set to control the world, the Illuminati. And we're going to imagine that it's happening to you.
So, let's set the stage. I want you to imagine you've hit rock bottom. And I don't mean just a bad day, I mean total, absolute free fall. There's an eviction notice taped to your door. Your phone? Dead silent. No friends, no family. You are completely and utterly alone, with absolutely nothing left to lose.
And this is what's in your bank account. -$400. Yeah, that's not just a number, is it? It's a symbol of pure desperation. It's the kind of moment that makes a person willing to do, well, pretty much anything.
Then, out of nowhere, this shows up, a single, heavy card in your mailbox with this really cryptic message. I mean, it's a scam, right? It's gotta be. But when you have no other options on the table, you text the number, you follow the instructions, you give yourself up.
And just like that, everything changes. Welcome to the ascent. This is your journey from a bankrupt nobody to a corporate power player. And it happens almost overnight.
Now, what's really fascinating is how you suddenly succeed. You don't have a finance degree, you have zero experience, but somehow you're a star. Why? Because every single time you're stuck, a message from an unknown number pops up, telling you exactly what to say, which stock to pick, who to impress. You're not just an analyst, you're basically an apprentice, being guided by some invisible hand. And your progression? Wow, it is ruthlessly efficient. You very quickly graduate from being an apprentice to your next role. You're a spy. Your new job is all about corporate and political espionage, gathering secrets from the absolute highest levels of society.
Okay, so here's your first test, a black tie gala that you have no business being at. Your instructions are simple. Go find a congressman's daughter, get her talking about her father's work, and then report every little detail back. And just like that, you're not a banker anymore. You're a node in this huge intelligence network, collecting secrets for your unseen handlers.
With a big promotion to vice president, your role shifts again. You're not just collecting intelligence anymore. Oh no. Now you're weaponizing it. On command, you make one specific stock recommendation. The result? The firm makes $100 million, and your personal cut is $2 million. This is full-blown insider trading, manipulating markets on a massive scale.
So now you have it all, right? The penthouse, the Bentley, millions in the bank. You're on top of the world. But then a message arrives. Just a cold, simple reminder that none of this is actually yours. You didn't earn it. You were built, and you are owned.
So let's move on to the next phase, consolidation. See, your success on Wall Street, that was just the entrance exam. Now your skills are being redirected from the financial markets to the high-stakes world of political manipulation.
Just, boom, $15 million appears in your account, completely untraceable. And it comes with one single directive. Make sure Senator Richard Ashford wins his re-election. Your new playground isn't Wall Street anymore. It's Washington. You are now what they call a ghost. Your name isn't on any public record. You basically don't exist. But you are the mastermind pulling the strings, running absolutely brutal smear campaigns. You dig up all the dirt on opponents, affairs, addictions, old crimes, and you strategically leak it to the press. You don't just win elections anymore, you install loyalists who owe their entire careers to the organization. And with your people in office, your role evolves again. Now you're a puppet master. You're not just influencing policy, you are literally writing the laws. Tax codes that benefit the order's companies, energy regulations that create monopolies. Your secret work is now shaping the lives of millions of people. So your success has definitely been noticed. You get summoned to your very first in-person meeting with the order's leadership. This is your promotion to the apex, the international stage, where you're going to stop managing elections and start managing the world.
So you're now a shadow, and you're coordinating directly with the world's top intelligence agencies. I mean, you don't work for them, you are a collaborator, a peer. And your new job? Orchestrating regime changes in countries that refuse to fall in line with the organization's global agenda.
And this, right here, this is basically the playbook for a modern coup. You don't send in armies. You destabilize a country from the inside. You wire millions to fund opposition groups. You buy the loyalty of generals, and you pay off journalists to spread chaos. And before you know it, the government collapses and it's replaced by a new leader, one who's been on your payroll for years.
At this level, your power becomes almost mythical. You're elevated to Supreme Magus, one of the true inner circle. From your own private island in the Caribbean, you host world leaders, and you secretly record every single indiscretion. That blackmail is your ultimate weapon, making sure presidents and princes vote and pass laws exactly the way you tell them to.
You're untouchable. I mean, one phone call from you can kill an FBI investigation. Another can silence a journalist. permanently. But even up here, at this crazy height, you start to feel like it might not last. The first cracks begin to show. Your name, which was once a total secret, is now being whispered in the wrong circles.
As Grand Master, the highest rank there is, you're not playing with stocks or politicians anymore. You are playing a game with the entire planet as your chessboard. You manage continents, you orchestrate economic collapses, you can even engineer global disasters like a pandemic just to centralize power. Billions of lives are just pieces in your game, and they don't even know you exist.
But just as you reach the absolute peak of power, the game suddenly changes. You are about to learn the final rule of the game. All assets, even the most powerful ones, are ultimately disposable.
It starts with a sound you haven't heard in years, sirens. Then helicopters. And your front door just explodes inward. FBI, Interpol. It's a joint international task force swarming your mansion. And before you can even make the call to shut it all down, you're in handcuffs. Your power is just gone. You're sitting in a maximum security cell, but you're not worried. You think this is just for show, a temporary problem. Your lawyers, your judges, your connections, they'll have you out in a few days. You are confident. But then, the cell door opens, and a stranger in a plain uniform walks in. He's not a lawyer, he's not a guard. And that's when you hear it. The visitor delivers the final, brutal lesson of the Illuminati. Your purpose has been served. Your public fall is going to be a very useful distraction for the organization's next big move. Your utility has expired. You are no longer an asset. You're a loose end.
And this is where our story ends. Not with a bang, but with a betrayal. It's a cautionary tale, really, about what absolute power is built on. Disposability, and how even the Grand Masters are just pieces in a much larger game. It just leaves us with one final haunting thought. You gave yourself up completely, just like the card said, but what was it all for?